now rocking with Raw Radio. Raw Radio. With your host, Raphael, Amy D, and DJ OGGO.
We're good.
Unscripted free spirits. I'm glad y'all can join us. And I hope this week has been full of love, fulfillment, productivity. And we want to build on that with y'all today. So we know most of our most prolific icons understand the importance of keeping positive energy close and people around that elevate them. So on Unscripted Radio, you're going to hear artists of all genres, and I mean all, discuss the one most important thing that could have stopped them, one thing that helped them rise, and one thing that's going to keep them going. So this is Unscripted Radio, the one thing you can't live without. So let's build, let's inspire, and let's be. How y'all doing? Snap it up, crowd.
Yeah.
Definitely got a.
You're the only one snapping.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, you get. It's like we got a fake audience in person, but we got a great artist. We had an opportunity, Amy and I. We went to go see a band. What was it, like a cover band of?
No, we started out at dinner, and then we found a little festival, and then we found a little was it Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, Led Zeppelin
cover
band.
Led Zeppelin cover band. And then we came back around, and these people are like, "Oh, there's country in there. Y'all don't want to go in there." And he's like, "This is my jam. Blues country is my jam."
Yep, for sure. And you know it's crazy too. And we're gonna introduce Cal in a second. He's you said you're in Louisiana, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna introduce Cal in a minute. But the reason I walked into Kyle's country bar, right, that he was performing at, is because he just looked the part. You know, I just walk up to somebody, if they're a rock star, they got the tight pants, they got the ripped up shirt, the dirty This dude had the beard, he had the big brim hat, he just had the swag. So I heard another country band, and they sound a little foo-foo. So I'm like, we kind of walk past that crowd. But you had it all, man. So Kyle Wilson, go ahead and give the Unscripted Free Spirit family, the Raw Radio family, a little bit about yourself, man, for people that don't know you.
What's up, everybody? Well, first of all, I'm from the great state of Alabama. I grew up in Southern Baptist Church. My grandparents had a gospel group, and grew up traveling around with them. And my mom and dad played, and my sister plays piano. Me and my brother had a duo group called the Wilson Brothers for a long time. And so that's kind of the brief rundown of where I'm from. Ended up been in Nashville for a long time, recording, writing, and touring. And I met my lady a couple years ago, and she's from Louisiana. And then when the whole COVID thing started and everybody quarantined and everything, we decided it was better for me to come down here and ride it out down here. So ended up kind of staying here right now because it took Nashville a long time to get back on board with everything. But so I guess you could say I'm from Louisiana now, but I love it. And we spend our time touring around the country playing our own brand of American country music.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that, very simple intro. Because the reason I say it's simple, dude, you had this glow about you. Man, this guy, Cal Wilson, and his band, he had me running around the bar with his tip jar. And he probably looked at me like I was crazy. I know Amy did.
No, he did not have you run around the bar with his tip jar.
I thought I was a roadie, Cal. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go grab that tip jar and go get him money. And I said, don't you touch that tip jar until you ask somebody. Your ass is going to end up out of here. He goes. And I think your brother was like, no, go ask Nan. And you're like, no, go ask Beyonce.
Yeah, it was great though, man, because I'm an artist, so I'm all about supporting and making sure you guys come back, man. So I had to get some scrapes. I had to scrape up some chop for y'all, man. Whatever y'all needed.
That's right.
So yeah, man.
It kind of caught me off guard. In Nashville, you get a lot of people that do that, like some people in your band or the bartenders or something like that, because that's how a lot of people get paid, like on Broadway and stuff. But it's very rare that when we're on the road, that somebody just comes up like, hey, man, I'm going to take your tip jar around for you. It's like, I'm not going to say no, but I don't want to overemphasize yes. So it's kind of like, okay, go ahead, that's fine.
I love it, man. So normally what we do before we get into a little bit of music, get the audience a little bit more about you as an artist, is we start off with kind of a conversation starter, just something that's current. So one question we wanted to ask you, because we saw your baby girl at the concert. She was there for you. She was bobbing. She was loving it, man. I can tell that's your ride or die. That is your ride or die, man. I can tell. So when you're an entertainer like yourself, you're traveling, you're an amazing artist, man. So just the attention and the energy that's required to keep up with that. How do you keep intimacy, as an entertainer? Because that's one of the professions I would say where you're probably going to get pulled a million places because you got to hustle because there's a million talented people. But what does intimacy mean to you, and how do you maintain that as an entertainer?
Part of being an artist and growing as an artist is knowing how to separate your personal life and your artistic whatever profession you're in. I mean, it doesn't have to just be music, actors, anybody who's putting themselves out there in the spotlight, no matter what it may be. You have to be able to separate your personal and business life no matter what. She is one of my biggest, if not my biggest fan and believer, and she only wants me to be my best at all times. I mean, from my wardrobe to the show, she takes care of all the like booking the schedule as far as tickets, hotels, when we're flying, who's flying in at what time. Like she has my back 100%. And that's on the business side, but we also have to know when we're not working and when we're at home, we have to still get our time in together and try to keep that that business and personal relationship separate as much as we can.
Yeah, for sure, man. And it's funny you brought up actors because I think about Denzel Washington. I mean, come on, like this guy's one of the biggest legends in acting, and he's still married. He don't see him in a lot of headlines for crazy shit. And his wife is usually right there by his side, celebrating with him and managing foundations and partnering with their children and families. So that's huge.
I think that's very important. I mean, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your family and your friends and everybody else. And just having your number one right there with you at all times to celebrate it and see the moment happen, not just a phone call away, like, hey, honey, we had a great show, met some really cool folks, but having her there as a part of it, justifies what I do when I'm on the road. It's not just out there partying and drinking and all that. It's work, and for her to be out there and actually witness it and see that it's work, but the reward of it too, she gets to benefit from what she does, all the hard work she puts in. She gets to benefit as well when we have a great show and everything comes together.
For sure. For sure. So, man, we're going to pop in a little bit more with some more questions with you, brother. But we definitely want to show the world some of your stuff. And I know you're working on some newer material. So we'll ask you a little bit later, what's to come and how much you want to disclose. But go ahead and introduce kind of what we're going to jump into.
This me and my brother, the group that we have is called Wilson Brothers Band. We had some pretty good success starting out of the gate. Our very first video that we released went number one on the CMT 12-pack countdown, and it sit number one for several weeks, over 3 weeks, I believe it was. So that was really awesome to not only debut at number one, but to ride it out with a video like that. And it kind of jump started our career. With the song's called It All Looks Good From Here, and it's just a rundown of being comfortable in your own means. It don't matter if you're rich, if you're broke, or if you're just riding in the middle. Just be thankful for what you have and blessed for what you have, and no matter what it may be. So this is a song we recorded a few years back. It's called It All Looks Good From Here, and you can find the official video on YouTube.
Sweet. Thank you. Here we go.
beating down on the roof like a framer's hammer. I don't need the day off, but there's nothing I can do about this crazy weather. Grab a cup of coffee as I pass by my TV, 'cause I'm tired of all the bad news. It'll take more than a storm to put a damper on or cloud up my point of view. I got an old worn out Chevy passed down through my family line. Some kind of old dog showed up on one evening, so I beat him and I called him mine. A clean place to live, I want place.
And we're back.
All right. So we're gonna close out the video, but man, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And the one thing I will say, man, the quality of your content, brother, I'm so excited to see what's next, because that video is super crisp. Like, I can tell you guys put a lot of thought in it. It looks authentic, and it's reflective of you, man. When I walked past that bar, and I just felt a certain aura about yourself. So let me ask you this: what's the one thing that you feel makes the most important difference that has gotten you to where you are, that makes everything kind of, less important? What's the one most important thing, if you could share with the world?
Always keeping God first and giving him all the glory in everything I do. Keeping focus, staying humble. I don't like to categorize myself. All those numbers, those chart numbers, to me, I support everybody, believe in everybody, and I think staying humble and working hard, keeping God first, keeping your head up and your nose clean is the best thing you can do. And only thing that's going to hinder you from being successful is your own self.
I love it.
That's so true.
I love it, man. So if you could wake up tomorrow, right? We got Kyle Wilson. He wakes up tomorrow, he stretches, he got no limitations. What's going on? With no limitations. This is my favorite question, because we get all of it. What's Kyle Wilson doing?
Well, if I was waking up at home, it'd be a different story. But tomorrow I'll be waking up in Aruba.
Nice.
So I'm going to wake up and stretch and have a cup of coffee and probably a shot of Jack Daniels, and probably going to twist one up, and I'm going to sit there by the pool and watch the water come in.
So what part of Aruba are you going to?
I really couldn't tell you. My lady knows all that. Just some island. We got a penthouse there, and there's like 12 of us going, so it's gonna be a good time.
You sound like me. I don't know.
I will tell you though. So Aruba is one of my favorite places, and truthfully, if you get the chance, you have to spend time at the local restaurants and bars. Get off the resort if you guys are staying at a resort. It's safe, it's cheap, it's a good time, and the food is amazing.
Oh, she's been going every year for like 7 years straight.
Then she got you covered.
Yeah, she knows a lot of people there. She's actually got some friends there, but no, we're not staying at a resort. We're staying at a friend's house that has a house there. So we're going more as locals and not tourists.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Nice. So I know you got some stuff on deck, man, that's coming up. So I don't know how much you can disclose, but where can people find you?
It'll all be under Kyle Wilson. There's some stuff out there, a few EPs that I done years ago. That stuff's on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. But the new stuff will be under Kyle Wilson, and it'll be on all major platforms. My first single hopefully will be out toward the end of August, and so we're getting pumped up for that. But the whole new merch line, tour dates, all that stuff, getting my website redone right now. So it's all in the rebuilding process.
All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's still a lot of content out there people can kind of find that kind of just get involved with for now until the new stuff is ready.
Okay, good, man. Good. Well, I definitely want to once again thank you, man. I mean, it's been a pleasure, and I can't wait until you back out here, man. That's like I said, just seeing live performance that make you want to run around and jump through the ceiling. And, it's electrifying, man. So just keep doing what you're doing. And like you said, you don't care about all the accolades, but if you're putting out quality stuff and your people are rocking with it and you're being authentic, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's freedom. So
That's it.
appreciate you, brother. So what we typically do at the end, man, if you got any motivation or any inspirational words in closing, and then we'll jump right into kind of the next part of the show.
The biggest thing I could say really right now, especially in the world that we're living in, love, kindness. You got to spread that, and people got to stop being so judgmental of others.
Yes.
Let people do what they do and be them. God created them for that reason, for whatever they are. You be you. Stop judging others and work on yourself and be a better you. And nobody's gonna get out of here alive, so you might as well enjoy it while you're here.
Man, that's huge, man. And I definitely want to let everybody know too, and those who are close to me are aware, because you brought up a good point, Cal. We all got our time. You never know when the Lord calls you. So I think what you put out there is leaving a legacy and being who you are. And I want to give a special heavenly shout out to my dad. He recently passed this past Sunday. So one thing I know about Isaac Scott, Cal, to your point, that's my pops, is that he was himself. When I mean a pistol, strong-willed, a veteran in the military, loved his children, loved his grandkids, and he ain't take nothing from nobody. And when I tell you some of the type of strength that I feel now over me, just as he's been, delivered and he's going on his next step, I feel it, and it's invigorating, and it's kept me going. So he's being strong for me, and he ain't even here. So awesome. I definitely want to shout out him. And Pops, I hope you watching, man. And we gonna wrap this till the wheels fall off. And I appreciate you, Cal, because you hit a chord with that one, man.
I appreciate y'all. Thanks for having me on. I look forward to seeing and talking to y'all again soon.
Yep. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
Good night.
You too. So what we're going to move into next, y'all, on Rob Radio, it's just a special tribute to my pops and anybody who we've lost. Don't ever miss out on the opportunity to say I love you, to go visit. I'm taking my own advice. So make sure you guys don't wait till the water runs dry. So this is a cover song, nothing original, by myself and Paul. Great guy, acoustic guitarist, vocal coach, teaches lessons in guitar. Him and I got together yesterday to, just jam out, and it was good therapy for me. So we're going to play this joint, and then just a heads up, September 9th, we're going to celebrate all our first responders, our military veterans, the release of my album Basket Case, co-produced by, Oliver Gibson, George Jackson, Albert Jones, Damian Hodges. Yeah, September 10th.
You said
Friday.
the 9th.
Oh, September 10th. Thank you.
Yes.
So make sure you guys come out. We got some great artists, great food, my buddies. We also celebrating the hospitality industry. So make sure you bring yourself out. And we're going to celebrate a lot of things that weekend. So here we go, guys. Let's close it out. Love y'all.
We don't even talk anymore, and we don't even know what we argue about. We don't say I love you no more, 'cause saying how we feel is no longer allowed. Some people work things out, and some just don't know how to change. Let's not wait till the water's dry. We might watch our lives pass us by. Let's don't wait till the water's dry. We'll make the biggest mistake of our lives. Don't do it, baby. Ooh.